inside my cruise control and overdrive. Need to take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, or we might lose control tonight. Got the shape I love to squeeze. Looks that bring me to my knees. So please let it roll tonight.
Hi, everyone, and welcome again to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. And boy, do we have a showdown coming your way tonight. Two teams with identical records, 7-1 overall and 3-0 in the Lake Division. The Perkins Pirates hosting the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes at Fireland South Stadium. And the winner of this game clinches at least a share of the SBC Lake Division Championship for this season. So a lot on the line. In addition,
yeah, baby, let's go Pirates!
There you go, Chris. And that's just, you can't have more on the line at this time of the year. Second to last week of the season in week number 9, and the winner again with at least a share of the championship, barring what happens in week 10. But it's nice to have a piece of it wrapped up anyway, and we'll see what happens tonight on another gorgeous fall night for football here on the North Coast. Cristione family just loving that camera, and that's the way it should be. And a look into some of the game faces that are getting set for action here tonight with the Pirates and Tornadoes. And this is a series that so far has been controlled by Columbian, at least in the last 4 years. In fact, Jalen Santoro, the head coach of the Pirates on the right, Judd Lutz, Tiffin Columbian coach on the left. Columbians won the last 4 meetings in this series, and this is the only team going into tonight that Jalen Santoro is not defeated as a head coach in the Lake Division. Pregame is sponsored by Noble Axes, axe throwing in downtown Sandusky. So a whole lot of buildup for this game, and there's been lots of buildups for games earlier this year, and they have totally lived up to what they've talked about. Here's our featured player of the week for Sandusky Bay Pancake House.
I think they're a deadly team. They got a lot of weapons. You know, last year we didn't have as many weapons as this, but we had one really good one. But this year they got a lot of weapons, and I think they're a really good team. They're a really good team. Tonight game, I think it's going to be a shootout. I think we got 2 really good teams here. We got 2 really good passing games out here, so I think it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be back and forth, and it might even be the last person with the ball wins the game. So it's going to be a very good game.
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Thank you, Daniel. A featured player of the game brought to you by Sandusky Bay Pancake House. We'll be welcoming Daniel in for some pancakes real soon. There's a nice view from up on top of the field from the Casper press box as the sun starts setting in the west. Stan Stewart with the dedication of the media room upstairs, and no more deserving as we lost Stan this past year. And
I mean, like, they only gave up 4 runs, but they out-hit the Yankees, you know? So you out-hit the Yankees, and then
Hi, Mr. Whaley. How are you this evening?
Mr. Whaley. He's talking to Tom, I think.
How are you? Must be game of the week.
Let it roll. Forgot the most important part. There's your radio crew sitting up in the press box. Stan Stewart Media Room. Boy, that's going to be with a lot of pride. We walk into that room from now on with that plaque hanging overhead.
On the band.
Ski time. Snow trails.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks for getting us all psyched up for the snow. The Alex Tank Tetzloff Memorial Practice Field behind the stadium, and this is a lot of Tank's family on hand for the dedication. Nicely done, and there it is, the Memorial Practice Field right behind the stadium, dedicated to Alex Tank Tetzloff, who left us way too soon. Gorgeous look at the scene behind the stadium.
Smiling?
These are the looks that bring you to your knees. This is a ventriloquist, I guess. Smile. Yeah. Nicely done. Pink is the color of the night at Firelands Health Stadium.
Go Pirates like this. Go Pirates!
Say cheese. No?
And back out onto the game field where Gavin Papineau sizes up the camera. This is the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes, who really at the beginning of the year were picked to win the division. Certainly living up to their billing so far. Their only loss on the year to Fremont Ross back in the season opener. Perkins, as many people have reminded the players all year long, you were picked to finish fourth without any first place votes whatsoever. And yeah, and a lot of players have used that for motivation all season long. Another special plaque under the stadium this year in memory of Chris White, longtime Perkins booster.
3 members of the Pirate family while honoring their families. Alex did $5,000 in scholarships to Perkins seniors the last 6 years. The memorial fund.
There's the family of Tank Tetzloff.
Located behind the stadium. This field could not have been accomplished without the help of these major donors. Embrace the spirit of togetherness, competition, and being a part of a team, and dreaming of what they can become. Go Pirates! And we welcome his parents, Tom and Becky Tetzloff, and his sister Megan this evening. Player his senior year. He was team captain for both the golf and baseball teams. The important things for Chris were his family.
Yeah, once a pirate, always a pirate. 3 special dedications going on that night. This is the family of Chris White gathered together on the field. And of course, Stan Stewart's family as well. Karen right in the middle of the front row.
All right, thanks. Pam, you want me to send them to you?
3 very special folks being honored in an emotional pregame ceremony at Perkins. Now, she knows. If there's a camera around, she always knows. And the eyes follow it. Aaron McLaughlin, of course. Aaron McLaughlin Caldwell from the Sandusky Register. Better get it right. I'll be in big trouble. Your Fan of the Week is up next, and it's brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. It is a gorgeous fall night for football. I don't know if it's that gorgeous or not, but it is for our Fan of the Week. As always, sponsored by Snow Trails Winter Resort, Ohio's first and finest, located in Mansfield. Yep, that's how you know fall is in the air, right there. This is going to be fun. Got a lot of activity coming up here. Our pregame sponsored by Noble Axes, axe throwing in downtown Sandusky. Pirate Marching Band on the field as well. Got to perform, I believe it was in Columbus over the weekend as well, as a lot of bands are heading off to festivals around the state. And as usual, Perkins getting some great exposure.
Go Pirates! Go Pirates!
Excitement builds as kickoff draws closer in this highlight contest of the Sandusky Bay Conference Lake Division for week number 9. Again, both teams at 7-1 overall. They are 3-0 in Lake Division play. Pirates make their grand entrance, and we're set to go. Kickoff is next. Around the township we go as our first quarter tonight is going to be sponsored by Snow Trails Winter Resort, located in Mansfield. It's going to be Tiffin Columbian football first as John Normington Slade just bangs it along the ground. And that ball to be returned by Al-Zakwani. Columbian has certainly one of the most outstanding quarterbacks around. It's Braden Rogo wearing number 6, and he's only a junior, as is Logan Lesh. So these guys will be around to battle it out again next season as well. Defense being shown early for the Pirates by Austin Yoakum. It's not the last time you're going to hear his name called tonight. Have a look for Matthews Ford. That head-on stop made on Ryan Hook, the sophomore running back of Columbian. I'm sorry, it's Damian Brockington, the outstanding junior running back of the Tornadoes. And there's Yoakum right in the middle of the deal. Rogo up top. Hard tackle made by Mike Young across the way after the reception by Jack Corper. And then it's Braden Rogo. 60 yards as the Tornadoes strike first. Just 55 seconds into the contest. And this climax, a 4-play, 69-yard drive that took just the 55 seconds off the clock. So Tornadoes draw first blood. The extra point kick just enough to get through, and the Tornadoes are up 7-0 on our Civista Bank scoreboard. Wyatt Nemitz on the return. And the Pirates get their first possession of the ball game. This is Isaac Bunce, who came in as a starter in Week 6 after Dom Zoll with the first 5 games of the year. Because of the transfer rule, has to sit out the second half. The Columbians' defense right on top of Isaac Bunce. Logan Lesh, the Perkins quarterback, carrying into a bunch of white-cladded Tornadoes. It was just a nice job of Jack Newlove coming up and closing that hole down. Here's Bunce running for a first down and out of bounds on the Perkins side of the field. Another look for Matthews Ford. If they contain inside, and that last block thrown by Weston Sturzinger to open up that hole. And Bunce cashes in.
Outside.
Bunce with a short pickup on first down. And then Lesh sacked on second down. So the Pirates faced with a big third down conversion opportunity right here. Bunce in the flats, and you can see the reaction from the Columbian sidelines and holding them to a fourth down. Actually, would have been better to let that ball fall to the ground right there. As Newlove makes the interception. It's hard to process all of that in the scope of the ball game as it's going on. But if he just lets that ball fall harmlessly to the ground, they get the ball about 20 yards upfield. But they'll just take possession of the football. And the Perkins defense will rise up on first down with Adam Davis plugging up the hole and then getting up a little bit slowly as well. Signs of good business up next. Please support these local area businesses. They include Brady Signs, the Crimus Company, Noble Axes, Pizza House West, J Bistro. There's your Civista Bank scoreboard and the early lead by Columbian as they scored on their first possession of the game. Bryce Rogo, twin brother of Braden. Damian Brockington, leading rusher in the Lake Division coming into this football game. And Brockington into the line for another first down. This guy is always dangerous when you give him time to go upstairs, so what you don't do is give him time as Zach Oprezzetic comes in and knocks him down for a loss. On the quarterback sack, one of the leading tacklers on the Perkins defense. This is Bringing the Heat. It is brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and refrigeration. Rogo looking, nothing there. And finally, Oprezzetic squirts through. And John, one of the more certain tacklers, if he gets his arms on you, chances are you're going down. That's Bringing the Heat for Gunlock Sheet Metal Works on Columbus Avenue since 1889. Out of motion, the football swung out to Brockington. Lamar Everett. They're on the stop for the Pirates. And again, Bringing the Heat part 2. Jaden Rowe. Talk about pumped, talk about excited. Now keep in mind, all season long coming into this game, we're talking about 8 games. The Tornadoes have only punted the ball 8 times. That's an average of 1 punt per ball game. And here we are in the first quarter, and thanks to that sack by Rowe, they're going to hit their average right here. Fair catch by Sturzinger, and the Pirates have their hands on the football again with just under 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Down 7-0 on our Civista Bank scoreboard. There's Isaac Butts on first down. He has done a really nice job since starting in week 6. Weston Sturzinger. Short pass pattern bringing up third down. Lush and Rowe unable to connect. But Drake Venerucci onto the field, who booted away for the Pirates. Drake has been so good, not just this year, but in years gone by as well as the Perkins punter, at pinning other teams down deep, getting the ball inside the 20, many times inside the 10. A swing pass out for Corper. Defense well by the Pirates. Second down coming up for the Tornadoes. Talk about good coverage downfield. Weston Sturzinger breaking that one up. Brings up a third down. We'll take another look once again. Rogo is just a super weapon. Ball thrown a little bit behind Corper, and that gave great opportunity for Sturzinger to break it up. Mikey Young says no first downs in my neck of the woods. And the Tornadoes again faced with a fourth down. And now they go over their average of 1 punt per game. Sturzinger going to watch this roll and unfortunately gets a nice tornado bounce as we wind down toward the end of quarter number 1 with the Pirates facing the 7-point deficit, but not bad when you consider that Columbian scored 55 seconds into the contest. Quarter number 2 up next on our Game of the Week. Stay with us. Our second quarter sponsored by the world-famous Paddle Bar in downtown Sandusky. World famous because we say it is. And building quite a reputation downtown as the place to be downtown. The Paddle Bar, downtown Sandusky, and look at some of the great fall scenes across the OVH in Perkins Township. There's Ben Olemaker working the sidelines for radio and obviously very camera shy. Second down run by Logan Lesh, leaping forward. Picking up that first down, and you can see a penalty flag in the middle of all of that. A first down and 15 now for the Pirates. Jaden Rowe had to do kind of a double take at coming up with that football. And by that time, the Tiffin Columbian defense was on him. And now second down and long. Jaden Rowe. Big catch over the middle. And these catches are not as easy as they look right off the top, because when you're coming across the middle, a lot of times you've got to be suspicious of the fact that you're going to get plunked pretty good. That time able to beat the defense and pick up a Pirate first down. Or close to it anyway. Weston Sturzinger. A razzle-dazzle by the Perkins offense. This is a great play. I mean, Logan Lesh, what poise. An ability to find Isaac Bunce under pressure and put that ball right where it needed to be. And this is 64 yards. And when Lesh starts running up, the defense, even in the defensive backfield, comes forward. And there's Bunce lurking behind him, and Lesh found him. That's just a great piece of work on both ends. Lesh in the middle of getting sacked, and looky here. Bunce has everybody beat, and not many are going to catch him when he's got that much of a head start. 64 yards on the score, climaxing a 6-play, 74-yard drive. Took 3 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock, and the Pirates are a point away from the tie. John Normington Slay, very reliable extra point kicker of the Pirates, knocks it home. And we've got a brand new ball game again at 7-7. And renewed enthusiasm from the folks in pink in the student section. And still no shirt on our fan of the week. Ooh. This is Brockington on the return. Stop made downfield by Brady Legando. And team defense by the Pirates. Here's a look at the Pirate quarterback, Logan Lesh. Great job of Lesh finding his man on the touchdown. And great job of Bunce sticking with the play and getting open. All sorts of pressure on Rogo. You know, no matter how good a quarterback is, you put pressure on him, it's going to take a little bit out of his attack. But right there, Bryce Rogo on the connecting end. Great plays come from great players. Brockington on the reverse for Corper. Talk about being snuffed out nicely. Wyatt Nemitz. Bring it on, man. I am, right now, 135 pounds worth of intimidation. Nemitz right there to meet him. He was not fooled at all by that reverse action. Great defense by Wyatt. Incomplete to Corper, and for the third time tonight now, Columbian is punting. Just in case, Sterzinger covering that up in the end zone, in case it was interpreted that he touched the ball. Punt's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Lesh down the middle for Jaden Rowe for more than enough for a first down. Another look for Matthews Ford at the play fake to Bunce. And Rowe has done a nice job of finding his way open down the middle so far in this football game. There's your Civista Bank scoreboard in a 7-7 deadlock here in the second quarter. On the check down, ball out to Rowe in the flats, and Jaden will make something positive happen out of what was good coverage by Columbian downfield. Lesh on the rollout. Stopped well short of the line to gain, so it's another Drake Venerucci punt, which will be taken on a fair catch by Corper. And Tornadoes get it back with 4:20 left before halftime in a 7-7 tie. Thanks to the following businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week: Matthews Ford, Cook Aluminum, Hermes Parker Concrete, Noble Fun, Steinemann Hafner Insurance, Payne Nichols and Company, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Gnomes Podiatric Medicine, Columbian facing a third down with Brockington. Boy, when he breaks the first or second tackle, you always worry about what's coming next. That turns into a first down. Mikey Young on top, Austin Yoakum at the bottom. And a timeout before the third down play comes up for Tiffin. Special thanks to these local businesses for their support of the Game of the Week as well. A nice welcoming face back into our action on the Game of the Week. Civista Bank scoreboard showing us tied with Columbian and Perkins at 7-7. That turns into a fourth down and punt number 4 on the night for the Tornadoes. Never got that ball before it got to the end zone. So the Pirates start at their 20. Isaac Bunce for a couple of yards on first down. 2nd and 7. Lesh looking up top and finding Wyatt Nemitz at the sidelines.
He goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That is enough for a Pirate.
Lesh in trouble, just gets rid of the ball out in the direction of Isaac Bunce.
Logan lets his pass complete.
Bring it back to it. Same thing.
Just off the hands of Isaac and out of bounds that time. So Drake Venerucci called on again to give up possession of the ball. And Columbian gets it back. The time winding down in the second quarter. Still tied at 7.
And we still are looking for the winner of...
Coverage by Lamar Everett downfield. Almost in the hands of Wyatt Nemitz. It would be third down for Columbian. Sometimes things happen just so fast, it's hard to put a wrap on it. The old tip drill. And Nemitz almost wrapped it up. Brings up a third down for Columbian. Austin Yoko. I told you it wouldn't be the first time that you heard that young man's name all night long. 6'1", 240 pounds of pure football business. Rogo not escaping the grip of Yoakum. And suffers the abuse of a great play. If I'm counting right, that's punt number 5 for Columbian in the first half. Now remember, they had only punted the ball 8 times all year, and the Perkins defense forces them into 5 in the first half. It's amazing. Great tribute to the way that Perkins defense is playing after that opening drive. Perkins calling timeout after the reception by Nemitz. Time winding down before halftime, and looky here. 22 seconds left in the half, and Lesh drops it right in Weston Sterzinger's lap. Play covered 35 yards, and watch this throw number 1 by Lesh for Matthews Ford on our second chance opportunity. Steps up just before he got hit. Can you throw the ball any better? Looking it right in is Sterzinger. That's a huge 6 points, giving the Pirates momentum heading into the locker room at halftime. John Normington Slay for the 7-point lead. A 3-play, 44-yard drive. Took up just 20 seconds off the clock. And the Tornadoes get the ball back, and they're not about to let Damian Brockington go anywhere. Tiffin will take a knee. And that is a very solid first half of football. What does the second half hold in store? The only way you're going to find out is by staying right where you are for tonight's second half of action when we return to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. Our third quarter is sponsored by the Old Fish House in Huron with knickknacks, snacks, and BS facts. What more could you look for? A stop at the Old Fish House. It's fall in Perkins Township. And it is second half time for these Perkins Pirates who got that big lift going into the locker room. And that touchdown pass to Sterzinger. All scooped up deep by Wyatt Nemitz. And Perkins gets the ball first to start the second half. Logan Lesh, here we go. That would classify as a late hit out of bounds. Great run by Lesh. And a little extra exuberance on the Perkins sideline being settled down, but I don't like it when teams mess with their quarterback. He get great moves to get himself in the open field, and a couple steps out of bounds. Jalen Santoro right there to catch him, get him up, and then they'll mark it closer to the goal line. From the 15-yard line, bunts thrown for a loss. There's a good defense by the Tornadoes, led by Mitch Scheiber.
Logan Lesh, the ball carrier, brought down by number 4, Jack Corpus. He's dropped it.
Jaden Rowe. Want to talk about a great catch in the end zone? Falling to the ground, making the catch at the same time. Just, it's amazing when you stop and think about the concentration this takes with the defender hanging all over you. You know the sideline is getting close. You're falling to the ground and still concentrate on nothing but catching that football. What a huge start for the second half. Lesh throwing on the run. Being hit basically as the ball arrives and still coming up with a catch in the end zone. That's just an amazing grab by Jaden Rowe. And that is a 21-7 Perkins lead. A 5-play, 73-yard drive. It only took a minute and 50 seconds off the clock. And with 10:10 left to go in the third quarter, the Pirates have opened up some breathing room. On the ensuing kickoff, the officials talk about it. It's Perkins football. Now, you got to love this kind of strategy. You dole an onside kick up 21-7. It's the element of surprise. It's easier to cover an onside kick when you know it's coming. When you don't, it becomes problematic. And I like this call even better when you're looking for the home run ball. It wasn't there, but they go to the check down, and Jaden Rowe. I mean, you are now playing the aggressive role in this game. You've got the momentum. Why not take advantage and go for it? Look at this is Lesh looking downfield for the home run. Not there. He'll look off of it and go to Jaden Rowe. You can't cover everybody that Perkins has out there to catch passes. You just can't. I mean, they're just too good. Lesh did the smart thing there and just took the loss. Off the play fake. You know, again, we talked about that tip drill earlier. This is great instincts by Weston Sturzinger. Yeah, I saw Weston at the golf course this week, and he came out. I just looked at him and said, I'm running out of words. I just don't know how to describe some of this stuff. This is our play of the game, and it's brought to you by Civista Bank. Here's Logan on the rollout, and look at this, throwing off his back foot. It was a dangerous throw, in danger of being picked off. Tipped, and Sturzinger pulls it in. That just defies description. It's your play of the game, and it's brought to you by Civista Bank. They are focused on you, and Perkins is focused on this football game right now and the opportunity that sits in front of them. Haven't been part of a conference championship in 9 years. And on many occasions this year, we've said it, but there's different avenues where Perkins just keeps proving themselves to doubters.
Weston Sturzinger on the carry.
Signs of good business. Up next, please support these local folks. Crush Wine Bar, Wendy's, Dockside Cafe, Sandusky Bay Pancake House, S&H Blinds and Floors, Cameo Pizza, folks on the home side of the field having lots of fun so far. With the 21-7 lead, you can tell from the look on Lush's face that this is going the wrong way. So it leads to John Normington Slay with a record-setting field goal. He has now kicked more field goals than anybody in the history of Perkins High School football. And this is huge right here. It takes a 2-possession game and turns it into a 3-possession game at 24-7. That's with 6:33 left to play in quarter number 3. So now you find out what teams are made of. Columbian has not had to answer this kind of the bell since the game opener against Fremont Ross, but the Little Giants beat him in that game 34-14. Damian Brockington meet John Oprzetic. Oh! Meet Jaden Rowe. Meet Austin Yoakum. I would be willing to bet that Brockington had nightmares going to sleep Friday night about those black uniforms dancing through his head. There's Oprzetic again.
Damian Brockington, the ball carrier, is stopped for no gain by number 7.
John Oprzetic is 5'9", 151 pounds. He is as sure a tackler as you'll find in the SBC. It comes from just a lot of hard work and just flat out wanting it. And Sam Sturzinger, give me that ball. Stopped short of a first down. And Sturzinger playing referee right there. We'll take the ball, thank you. Another look for Matthews Ford at this Perkins defense at work. Sturzinger plugging that hole in the middle. Oprzetic there to help out. Oprzetic says, I'll tackle him, you tackle the ball. So the Pirates get possession back once again with a 24-7 lead. Not many have been off the mark. That one just missed by a couple of yards to the outside. A quarterback draw by Lesh, snuffed out well by the Columbian defense. And then Drake Venerucci in charge of giving up the ball, and Columbian almost gave it up themselves. You can see Corper sitting on the ground, very frustrated. Oh, Mikey Young. How about reading a play well? Stopping it for a short pickup. So many highlight plays coming on defense in this game as well as offense. And you know, you heard our man, Daniel Zirkle, before the game. It's going to be a shootout. Don't tell the Perkins defense that. The offense did their part of getting the shootout, but the defense made sure that the shootout kind of game was not going to happen. This is the always dangerous Damian Brockington into the sidelines. First down pass play to Corper. Number 7 always just kind of seems to be there, doesn't he? That time helped out by Joey Diedrich. For this game, you just need as many points as you can get to, because you know sooner or later Columbian is going to break loose. Their offense is just that good, which is even more of a tribute to this Perkins defense that they didn't let them break loose often. I'd run it out of bounds too if I had Mike Young chasing me down. Tornadoes with a first down as this third quarter drive continues, but it's right toward the end of the quarter. And now that nice grab by Brockington, the Tornadoes are threatening as the third quarter comes to a close with the Perkins Pirates holding a lead of 24-7. One more exciting quarter of football yet to go for a Lake Division championship. Stay right where you are. That is coming up next. Back to OVH again for some touches of fall in our fourth quarter, which is brought to you by Restore Pro, Disaster Cleanup and Restoration. "12 more minutes of football at Firelands Health Stadium. Columbian on the march, trailing the ball game 24-7, as you see on our Civista Bank scoreboard. Wide side run, and Brockington's got them all the way down to the 2-yard line. Rogo following his offensive line into the end zone, and Columbian back on the board for the first time since the 11:05 mark of the first quarter. With all the weapons Columbian has, boy, Oprezzetic almost got him behind the line of scrimmage. Rogo manages to slip into the end zone for 6, and it's now a 10-point ball game again. And there's still plenty of time left to go, 11 minutes and 3 seconds. And the up front hands of Brady Legando covering up the football to make sure that the Pirates secure possession and now can start using some clock. Look at Isaac Bunch is running right out of his chute. I am so fast. My shoes can't keep up with me. You know. Pirates now twofold. You want to milk time off the clock, but boy, another score would be huge. Isaac Bunce to the 29-yard line. Another look for Matthews Ford at Bunce following his offensive line, then cutting it right back at the right time to hit that little hole and gain yardage to the 29. Caden Nixon down to the 21. But moving the chains and keeping the clock running all at the same time. Comes Lesh following Nixon and Bunce. And right on the spot for the Pirates was Kyle Major to make sure that the Pirate possession continues. Just pops out here at the end. And Major right there to make sure. That ball punched out, but covered up by the Pirates. The drive will continue. Lesh running it again down near the 12-yard line. Ooh, boy, that was a good look at the face mask there from number 72, Carter Groves. Another look for Matthews Ford. Foolish play by Groves. Had all sorts of opportunity to grab onto anything else except that. There's Lesh. That is a huge score for the Pirates, which certainly takes a wind out of the sails of any hope that Columbian had for a comeback. They've managed to eat about 5 minutes off the clock as well, which is just another part of the deal. Lesh from 2 yards out, climaxing an 11-play, 52-yard drive. Oh, I forgot to tell you that didn't count. So they get to run more time off the clock. That's even better.
5, 4.
Lesh carrying to the far side, where unfortunately it went out of bounds. That would stop the clock. But again, the Pirates right down to the shadow of the goal line, where Lesh will take it right through the middle. It all comes out in the wash, as the old saying goes. It was meant to be. Pirates with an 11-play, 52-yard drive that builds that lead to 16 with the extra point placement coming up from Slay. Lesh for 2 yards on our second look for Matthews Ford. And now John Normington Slay to make this a 3-possession game, and it's right there with 6:03 left to play. Slay's going to boot this one along the ground. They don't want Brockinian putting their hands on this and breaking the game open. They'd much take their chances with Talib Al-Zakwani. And now the Pirate defense can just sell out and go. Don't give them the game breaker and put lots of pressure on Rogo. That's the best way to neutralize this kid, is just pressure the heck out of him. The Rogo brothers teaming up right here, and let's face it, folks, you have to give credit where credit is due. These kids are players. Much of the defensive secondary involved in that tackle. Hello, have you heard that name before? Austin Yoakum?
He'll get up.
Rogo got hit just as he was throwing the ball and still got it complete for A.J. Hickman. If they're going to score, make them take as much off the clock as possible. Pirates wanted offensive interference on that play, didn't get it. Rogo stepping up and carrying himself.
Hey, let's go red now. Hey, red. Right off we go.
Lamar Everett jarring that ball loose at the goal line and keeping Columbian away from 6-point territory. Another great look for Matthews Ford. Nope, not going to happen. Nice defense by Everett. So that gets the ball back for the Pirates, and right now it is just time to milk the clock. 17-point lead. Bunts.
Isaac Bunts, the ball carrier.
It's a sophomore at 5'9", 180, and Isaac's name's going to be bandied around a lot in the next couple of years. Thanks to the following businesses for supporting the North Coast Game of the Week. Good Time Lake Erie Cruises, Skate World, Ghostly Manor, Restore Pro, BGSU Firelands College, Wake Up and Waffle, Cold Water Company, Heartland and Wilkin Custom Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. There's Bunts securing the football, picking up yardage, staying in bounds as the clock ticks ever closer to wrapping up a share of the Lake Division Championship. It is time for the victory parade to begin. The raw emotion of doubters turning lots of folks into believers. A team that was picked to finish 4th in the Lake Division this year without any first place votes whatsoever. Not one single iota of a vote for first place. And either it rained on the Perkins sidelines or else they got Jalen Santoro big with a cooler. Congratulations to all of the Pirates in the 3rd year under Jalen Santoro, turning into champions. And you know what? Don't think they're done yet. One more game of the week coming up for the 2022 season. That's against Sandusky, and that will happen next time we get together on the game of the week. But for right now, the Pirates just celebrate in every way, shape, and form at least a share of the crown. And they are feeling mighty happy about things right now. And the fans get to join in all of the fun. Little family time as well. It's all family dressed in black at Firelands Health Stadium. Congratulations to the Pirates. First conference championship since 2013. Boy, they earned it. Now it's a matter of trying to wrap up a share of the whole deal, and that has to happen in the hometown showdown, and that's next on the North Coast Game of the Week. See you then.